Hi guys, in this video I'd love to share with you some things you need to do to have consistent sales on eBay. And this comes solely from my personal experience. My name is Celeste. I've been reselling on eBay for about 3.5 years. I started on my own, have tried different strategies, I've made my share of mistakes, but most importantly I've learned from these mistakes to be where I am now. I do pretty well on eBay for the time that I put in. So that's why I decided to start making these videos, because I'm at a point where I'm pretty good at what I do. I won't say I'm an expert, but I'm pretty good at what I do. And I want to share with others what you could do to also start making money on eBay and to be successful on eBay. And so if you're interested in more content from me, make sure that you're subscribed to my channel so that you won't miss future videos. So today I'm just giving you 3 tips that you need to do to have consistent sales on eBay. They are just 3 tips, but I will go into detail about every single one and I will give you examples. So let's get started, okay? So the first one, I know you're really gonna hate me, but I have to say it because it leads to the rest. If you don't have this first one, it's gonna be very difficult to be successful on eBay. And that's that you enjoy selling on eBay, that you enjoy thrifting for treasures, that you enjoy interacting with customers, customer service. Because I feel like if you don't have this one, it'll be hard for you to be consistent. Hopefully you're coming into reselling and selling on eBay because you enjoy it and not just because of the money. I mean, the money could be part of it, but ultimately you have to enjoy what you're doing, because you know that's what's going to help you be consistent. When you enjoy what you're doing, when you're happy with what you're doing, it's going to help you be consistent. And I won't talk too much about this one, but you just won't do it if you don't like to do it. There's so many times that I've tried to help people to make money on eBay, but it's just unsuccessful because honestly they're not motivated to sell. It's not something that they enjoy doing, and I can't help you with that. So please make sure that you're going into eBay for the right reasons, that you love treasure hunting, and that you just enjoy it in general, because it's going to get boring. You're going to do the same thing over and over again. And if you don't enjoy the process, it's going to be very hard for you to be successful. Okay? So that one's done. I had to talk about that. And the second tip I have for you is to be picky with the items that you pick up, regardless of what you pick up. If you like to pick up clothes, shoes, electronics, anything, you know, whatever your preference is to be picky with the items. More is not always better. Think of quality over quantity. I would much rather take home 10 good quality pieces that I know I could for sure sell than 50 pieces that I'm not sure if I could sell. Okay, and so the way I do this, the way I determine if they're quality pieces, is by looking up sold comparables or being familiar with sold comparables. A strategy I use to make sure that the item that I'm picking up is worth picking up and is probably going to sell is to look at the items that are listed versus the items that I've sold and kind of take a percentage of that. Okay, so for example, if you look at like Lululemon leggings, how many are for sale? And you compare, let's say there's like 10,000, let's say that there's like 10,000 listed and about 15,000 have sold. The percentage, there are more solds than listed, so the percentage is higher. So that's definitely an item to pick up. Of course, you still want to look at like the price, whatever it's selling for, to see if it's worth picking it up at like the price that you're paying at a thrift store, to see if you're gonna get a pretty good profit. But I'm going to type in Lululemon leggings to give you an example, and I'm going to compare what's for sale and what has sold. So 8,510 are listed and 13,599 have sold. That means that more have sold than are listed. So all I need to do is divide the amount that has sold divided by the amount that is listed, and I will get a number that I need to turn into a percentage, and then I'll get my sell-through rate. So it's about 160%, which is an amazing sell-through rate. So I should pick up this item if it's at a great price, of course. Here's another example. I chose another brand, Frank and Eileen. There are currently 1,385 pieces for sale and 650 have sold. So I'm going to go ahead and divide those numbers. The sold divided by what's available. So 650 divided by 1,385. I will divide those numbers to get a percentage that'll give me a sell-through rate to see if I should pick up this item. So it's about 47%, which I would consider a great sell-through rate. I would definitely pick up this item. Here's another item that I want to show you. I added Lucy tank top just to compare the different sell-through rates of items. So let's go ahead and filter it to how many are for sale. 1,876 currently for sale. Let's go ahead and hit completed and sold. So only 305 pieces have sold in this range. So let's go ahead and do the math on this one. So 305 have sold divided by the amount listed, 1,876. So let's look at that percentage to see if it's worth picking up. And it actually comes up to about 16%, which I would not recommend picking up. And then it's too low, it probably won't sell very quickly. It'll take some time to sell. That's a strategy I use. I usually like to stay within, for me, 50% is comfortable. It's a comfortable number. I would still go like 40%, 30% depending on the item. But anywhere lower for me, it's probably not going to sell fairly quickly and I will probably pass on that item. I hope that makes sense. So be picky in that sense. Try to stay within 50% or more, of course. And I can prove this works in my case because I have noticed that the items that I list, when I use this strategy, the items that I list in a month, I can sell about 50% or more of those items. Okay, so it works for me because my items sell pretty quickly within 30 days. If you have questions about this strategy, just drop them down below in the comments and I will answer your questions. And the third and final tip that I have for you is to be consistent, okay? I talked about it in the first one. You're not going to be consistent with something that you don't enjoy doing. So making sure that you enjoy selling on eBay is going to be the first step. But actually being consistent is, also important because it's going to help you have consistent sales. Let me explain to you, okay? So you want to set a goal for the month, okay? And you probably want to watch my previous video on how to make about $1,000 profit every month on eBay, and I'll link it down below. It gives you an idea of about, what you need to do to make a certain amount of money, and I have this formula that you can use that works for me based on, what I just explained earlier and being picky with your items. But set a goal for yourself for every month, depending on what you want to make, and then just divide it by weekly goals and then divided by daily goals. Okay, I'll give you an example. For me, I like to list about 400-500 items, new items every month. So for me, that means that I have to list about 100 to 125 items every week. So I've been trying to take weekends off. So I've been trying to just work 5 days a week. It works for me because I'm consistent within the week, and sometimes I save some listings for like Saturday and Sunday that I can just, that I have saved in my drafts, and I can just list Saturday and Sunday. But I'm actually doing the work Monday through Friday, which I'm comfortable with. It just depends on what you're comfortable with. So set a goal every month and then just decide how you're going to meet that goal, whether it's dividing that goal, that monthly goal, into weekly goals and then maybe dividing it by daily goals. What does that look like for you? So that's something that you have to think about, what works for you based on your schedule. Are you doing this part-time? Are you doing this full-time? What does that mean for you? Okay, so this is just based on what you need, okay? So I hope this video helped you in seeing how you can get consistent sales on eBay by actually enjoying selling on eBay, by being picky with the items that you're picking up and looking at what has what is listed, what has sold, and looking at that percentage. And also 3, being consistent and setting goals every month and every week and every day. What does that mean for you? So I hope that this has helped. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I do read them, and I really appreciate you watching this video. Thank you so much, and until next time, guys, I will see you. Bye bye.